Hi, friends. How are you? Hope that you're well. I'd like to tell a little story today about the Buddha and a dude named Bahiya. It goes a little something like this: a one and a two and a. No, just joking. It goes a little something like this. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a man named Bahiya. Bahiya was a good, honest, hardworking SOB. And Bahia had been very interested in spiritual matters for many, many years. But something was still unsettled in his heart, and he knew this. Um, so he wanted to search out someone who was settled in their heart and who could perhaps give him some advice on how he too could achieve that. So he heard about this cat named the Buddha, and he went off in search of him. He traveled a very long, long way on foot. This was thousands of years ago in ancient India. So he traveled by foot, and after a long, long time, he finally reached the place where the Buddha lived. And when he got there, he looked around and he was nowhere to be found. But there were a bunch of other uh, people hanging around, people who were hanging out with the Buddha. And he was like, "Hey, where's that cat named the Buddha?" And they were like, "Well, he's out getting lunch right now. He's out in the village." They lived in the forest in like a monastic setting, a monastery setting, and they were like, "Oh yeah, he's inside the village. He's getting lunch." And so Bahia hurried off in search of the Buddha. And lo and behold, there he was walking calmly and peacefully through the village. And he just had this air about him that Bahia was just like, "Oh man, this guy's got it." And so he approached him and said, "Buddha, I, I'm in awe of your demeanor, and you seem so content and happy with life. What's the secret, man?" And the Buddha was like, "Hey, man, this is not the time or place to be asking about that. I'm out for lunch, yo." But Bahia was like, "Listen, man, I could die at any moment, as could you. And if that were to take place, I wouldn't know your secret. So please let me in on it, okay?" Again, the Buddha was like, "Listen, man, this is not the place for this. You know, come back to me later when we're back in the hood, and ask me about it then." But Bahia, now, and this is really important. Back in the day, you ask somebody for something three times, and that meant that you were committed and serious about it. So Bahia again was like, "Dude, you've got to help me with this. I'm serious. I need to know what's the secret to your contented happiness and demeanor. Please, 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 I beg of you, let me know what it is." So the Buddha finally relented and was like, "Okay, check it out. Here's the deal. Listen carefully. Listen very, very carefully to what I say, Bahia. When you're out and about in your day to day life, wherever this may be, whatever you're doing, when you see, just see. When you hear, just hear. When you sense, just sense. And when you cognize, when you're thinking, just cognize, just think. And the reason for that is when you just see, you just hear, you just sense, you just cognize, then you won't be in that. And when you're not in that, then there's no you there. And when there's no you there, you're not here or there or anywhere. And when you're not here, there, or anywhere, essentially, when you're not there, all is good. You've found peace. You're no longer suffering. And Bahiya was like, boom, all his searching, all his work that he put into trying to achieve peace of mind and freedom from suffering just evaporated just like that. That's all it took were these simple words. So, yeah, and then here's a little side note to the story. Not too long after that, a mother cow and her calf were walking close to Bahiya, and the mother, I guess, got all freaked out and ended up trampling Bahiya, and Bahiya died not too long after this. So, I guess he was right about, yo, Buddha, lay it down for me now because I don't have time for this. So, anyway, Bahiya got it. Now, what did Bahiya get? It's really simple. What's our biggest problem? Is it something out there? Is it some external thing? Is there, all of our issues, are they out there? What's our biggest problem? Me, you. That's the biggest problem. If you're not there, if I'm not here, where's the problem? So, when seeing, just see. Don't add anything to it. When hearing, just hear. Don't add anything to it. When sensing, when thinking, just let it roll, man. Just let it go. Just be right there with it. That's what the Buddha is telling us. And then boom, there it is. It's right there. Beautiful. So that's the little story of Bahiya and the Buddha. I hope that you liked it, and I hope that you can benefit from it. Peace.